Monday and welcome to our first lesson of the week. This is going to be our second week of home learning. Can you believe it already? Well done, you did such a good job last week. I was so proud of you, and this week we're going to do an even better one. So let's get cracking. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our maths brains on. We've had a whole weekend to have relax and enjoy ourselves. Well, now we need to get our maths brains back into gear, ready for our learning. And Miss Selwyn has made us a very exciting game where we have to figure out which side has more. And you can see how I'm singing that. There's a little song you might want to choose to have a dance to start with, but we won't. We're going to crack on with our maths. So the question is, which side has more? The pink or the green? Brilliant, well done. The pink has more. And if you notice about the way the dots are placed in the circle, that's just like a dice, which might be able to give you a clue on how you can count those very quickly, or how you can see which has more without counting, which is a really good skill. So now on our 5 frame, we can see we've got 5 going across and just 1. 5 is more than 1. Okay. Next one, which has more? Brilliant, that was nice and quick, because you can see that one has 4 dots and this one has 3, just like on a dice. And there's our tens frame. 4 is 1 more than 3. Okay, which has more? Brilliant, yeah, the green one has more. 4 is more than 2. 4 is more than 2. Okay, which one has more? Fantastic, well worked out. The green one has more. Now you can see we've got tens frames, which we're going to be using today. That one, the green one, has a 5 and a 1, which makes 6. Fantastic, well done. And the 5 is at the top. Okay, which has more? Fantastic, the pink one this time. Mums and dads, as they get bigger, you might want to pause so the children can count if they can't recognise quickly how many are there. Right, we've got, the pink has easy peasy 7, we've got 5 across the top and then a 2, and the green has, brilliant, 6, 5 and a 1. 7 is more than 6. Fantastic, more. Yeah, well done, the green has more. Let's have a look on our tens frames. Pink is 6, a 5 and a 1, and quickly the green is 8 because it's a 5 and a 3. 8 is more than 6. Which has more? Yeah, well spotted. Miss Selwyn, that was a tricky one, wasn't it? How many do they both have? Yeah, well done. Now, boys and girls, can you tell your mums and dads how you can quickly, although I'm in the way, tell that there are 9 in each of those tens frames? Well done, well remembered, our less from last week. 10 would be the whole frame, with 1 missing, which means there must be 1 less than 10 is 9. That's a really quick way of counting it. Well done. Well, Miss Selwyn, that was a very tricky way to start. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at number bonds to 5. So 2 numbers that we add together to make 5. And the very first thing I want you to do is watch the number blocks video, which is called Hide and Seek. Now this is back in series 1. Last week's day 1 of home learning was about the whole of me. That's also a really important video to watch. I didn't want to repeat it because I thought some of you may have watched it last Tuesday. It talks about numbers together that make 5. So off you go and enjoy. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed that video. So we were looking at numbers that add together to make 5. And here is my tens frame back again. Okay, so I'm going to put, oh dear, nope, I'm not going to do that. I want my arrow. many counters are on my tens frame? Well done, there is 5, and we can see that because 5 add 5 is 10, half of 10 is 5. When we have one row filled on a tens frame, we know instantly that there are 5 counters there. Okay, so because there are 5 counters there, my whole is 5. So that would go in the top of my part-whole model. Now if I want to split that number 5 into 2 parts, all of those counters are red. So I've got 5 red counters and I have 0 yellow counters, because I will be using the yellow counters in a minute. So 5, and I can split that into a 5 and a 0, which looks like this when I write my number sentence. 5 add 0 equals 5. Or I can flip it round and say 0 add 5 equals 5. And that equals is the same as. So that's a part-whole model, mums and dads, boys and girls. You've seen these in school. That's a tens frame, and that's how we get our number sentences from that part-whole model. Okay, that was the easy one to start with. Let's switch it up a little bit. So this time, I'm going to add in a yellow counter. Okay, so how many red counters have I got, boys and girls? Brilliant. How many yellow counters have I got? Fabulous, well done. So this time, my whole, the amount altogether, is still 5. I have 4 red counters and 1 yellow counter. So this time my number sentences look a bit different. 4 plus 1 equals 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. My brain was thinking ahead then. Okay, so those number sentences match my part-whole model, which matches my tens frame. Okay, last one. So we know that 0 plus 5 equals 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Let's try one last way. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to ask mums and dads to stop the video here. Can you work as a team with your mums and dads to fill in a part-whole model? Just draw it on a piece of paper and write the number sentences which match with my tens frame. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Did you manage to do it? So what's our whole? How many have we got all together? Fantastic. We've got 5 still all together. We haven't lost any, taken any away. We haven't added any more. We've just changed them around a little bit. Sometimes we do exchanging in maths. Okay, I've got 3 red counters and I've got 2 yellow counters, which is the same as 3 plus 2 equals 5 and 2 plus 3 equals 5. So we've got now number bonds to 5. We've got numbers that we know we can add together to make the whole of 5. We call them parts. So 3 is a part, 2 is a part, and 5 is the whole. 2 is a part, 3 is a part, and 5 is the whole. Okay? So you might want to spend some time now, mums and dads, playing around with that, repeating that whole activity from the beginning, part-whole models. You don't have to use counters, you could just use objects, different cars, different pieces of pasta, different coloured bears even. I've got some counting bears, but different kinds of bears. As long as you can move them around like I just did, where you've got them in number bonds to 5, here's a chance to have a go at that activity. From the beginning, find all the number bonds to 5. Okay, welcome back. So, I'm going to play a game now, and we need to be bunnies. We need to be bunny rabbits. So, there we go. Is that right? Okay. We know 0 plus 5 equals 5. we know that 1 plus 4 equals 5. And we know that 2 add 3 is the same as 5. Okay, so here's my game. We're going to do bunny ears. Okay, and your bunny ears are going to be numbers together. See if I can get more into the middle. Bunny ears that make 5. So I could do 5 plus 0 equals 5. Or I could do 4 plus 1 equals 5. I've got some funny bunny ears here. Or I could do 3 add 2 equals 5. And here's the game. Okay, I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put some bunny ears, and they could be 5 add 0, 4 add 1, whichever number bond to 5 I want. If you've got the same as me, boys and girls, you're out. Okay, so we'll play a few games of that. If you are the same as me, give yourself a house point. Okay, and then mums and dads, same with you, you're playing as well. And if you're out, you're out. Otherwise, mums and dads, I'm going to give you house points as well. Are you ready, boys and girls? Let's have a practice round first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, bunny ears. Okay, so I've chosen 5, add 0 equals 5. And if you've got the same as me, you'd be out right now. That was the practice though. Are you ready for the real thing? Behind you, there's our number bonds if you want to have a quick peek. Before I move in front of them. Get in the way. Okay, ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, bunny ears. Which one have I done? I've done 4, add 1 equals 5. If you've got the same as me, you are out. Sorry, boys and girls. House point if you haven't. Okay, we'll try again. Hands down. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic! Okay, if you've got 3 plus 2 equals 5, you are out. But you get a house point if you don't. Last one. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I've done the same again. 3 plus 2 equals 5. If you've got that, you are out. And if not, you get a house point. Well done, boys and girls. That was brilliant. Hopefully mums and dads looked a bit silly. Mr. Gilbody is laughing at me in the corridor for my bunny ears game, so I hope you've all had a really good laugh at home as well. Okay, next game I want you to play with mums and dads. Now it's quite tricky for me to play this game because you can't see my floor, okay? So what I want you to do now, I'll show you on the board, but I'd like you to play it with real things on the floor. So that's mums and dads to find either a hoop or a rug, it doesn't have to be a circle, something that you can throw things at. And I want you to have 5 toys, boys and girls. And I want you to throw your toys at your circle or your rug. And some of your things will land on it, and some of your things will land off it. And you're going to have 5 things that you're going to throw. So let's pretend that that was my hoop, and they were my bean bags, and I threw them at my hoop, and I got 2 in and 3 out. And I'm going to write a number sentence that matches with that. So I got 5 bean bags all together, okay? And that's the same as 2 in my hoop plus 3 out of my hoop. So my number sentence is 5 is the same as 2 plus 3. 2 in my hoop and 3 out of my hoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you would collect them all up and you could throw them again and write your number sentence again that would match, okay? So spend a little bit of time playing that game with your family and see, can anyone get all 5 in the hoop or on the rug or whatever you're using? That would be really amazing. Let me know on Tapestry if you manage to get all 5 in one go. Off you go. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. We are nearly coming towards the end of our session. So, mums and dads, it's really important that boys and girls are able to explain their learning, and we call that reasoning, and that's what we're going to have a little go at now. So, I've got my part whole model here. Here's my whole, and here are my 2 parts. As you can see, I've got the digit, the number 5, and my whole. So my whole is 5. I've got some apples in here, and I've got a space in here. Okay, so how many apples have I got is my question. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boys and girls, can you tell your mums and dads what should go in the missing hoop? And why? Explain to them why. Super reasoning, boys and girls. Shout to me what number should go in. Brilliant. So 5 is the whole. 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So 4 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, so because my missing part was 4. Okay, 5 take away 4 is 1. So these part whole models are so good for working out missing number problems. Okay, I've got another one here for you. Right, this time 5 is still my whole. 5 is still my whole, and I've got 2 bears in my part. So what is my missing part, boys and girls? Tell your mums or dads or whoever's working with you today. Fantastic, well done, well worked out. Because 2 add 3 equals 5. So my missing part was 3. Well done, super reasoning. Right, last one, which is going to try and trick you. Don't get tricked. What's missing this time? It's not a part, it's the whole. Well done, the whole is missing this time. Okay, can you work out what goes in the whole? Well done. I have 2 in this side, plus 2 sweets in this side. How many all together? Fantastic. Well worked out, boys and girls. Terrible twos. 2 add 2 equals 4. Well done. Super. Now that reasoning, mums and dads, that they've just used to explain their answers is really important. If you can record what they say and put that on tapestry, and by that I mean write it down. You don't need to record a video because we're having technical issues. Write it down, exactly the words they use when they explain to you what goes in those missing part whole models. That's fantastic. That's really good evidence for us. Now, if you want to carry on learning, boys and girls, I've put this on the website for anyone who has a printer and wants to print it off. Or, do you know what? You can just draw it and have a really good go at working out what goes in those missing boxes. And if you want, boys and girls, at the end, you could challenge your mums and dads and work out, they could have a go at working it out as well. Okay? Thank you for today. You've worked so hard. Lots of new learning for everybody. So well done. And tomorrow we're going to challenge ourselves with adding together and getting bigger wholes, bigger numbers. Okay, so well done, and I will see you tomorrow.